Cal, in the end, Route 1 won it.
Yeah, it's one way of looking at it. I think might be our best win of the season. I think it was not a classic as a game. I think that's what home games might be like in terms of opposition if we're on a good run. I think they set up in a way, well coached, well organised, got back behind the ball and made it difficult to play through. We look like a team, they look like a team playing against the side that had scored 3 at Spennymoor, 3 at Boston, been denied at Gloucester it was only a 20-minute game, wasn't it? 4 goals at Kettering before, looked like forward players are scoring, and we had to find a different way to do it. So I think the pleasing thing for us is maybe we've learned from Pontefract first half and Hanley in the Cup, Hereford and Darlington that you've got to find a way to. And I thought we had chances in the game as much as the goal comes from that. So there's 3 types of performance in there, brilliant ones, rubbish ones. I don't believe that it swings between the two, and then I think the vast majority are what the result is, and we've just got to be really, really happy with the 1-0, and I stand by that with everything, with the week, the block of games, where we've been at. Really, really chuffed. I think it's the best win of the season so far.
And to be fair to them, they were on a good run and just 1 defeat in 5.
They had more points than us from the last 6 games, didn't they? They had 12, we had 11. And they come and they're organised, real experience, get back behind the ball. It's possibly a different game if the chance after 20 seconds goes in, or we do a little bit more when we've got into wide areas in the first half. But we've looked at the games early on at home when teams have come and been resilient, which they will be. And I think I joked about it in the lounge before the game that the other team want to win as well. Our home games aren't, are you not entertained? Are you just there to play? No, it isn't. They want the points as well. So for us, we've had to find a way to make sure that when the spaces aren't there the way they were against Kettering or Brackley in those early games, the goals are. And I think we've done that, and look, got to be really, really pleased. I think there's things to tidy up on, really, really do. But 3 wins in 3, really good week, really tired. Clean sheet and a goal from our centre forward, another goal from Kurt Willoughby. We've got to be chuffed.
Did you think this is going to be a 0-0? This is just not going to happen.
No. Which is
fair enough.
Probably really important. I think if I said yes to that, people will ask what I'm actually being paid to do. We've looked at games, so we sort of had 3 versions of the game today and we had to use 2 of them. So we've looked at the games when teams stifle us where plan A hasn't been able to work. So we adopted plan A. Anyone that understands football can see what we've done for the last 6 games. It's not for me to come and tell everyone how we play. Come and watch the games and they'll see it. But then we've gone, when we need to be a bit more creative and ultimately link a lot of ball from centre halves into chances, not just retaining possession, not just switching play, how can we be a little bit more progressive with the ball? So we turned that after really half time. We gave real clarity on the build-up picture, and I thought the goal was coming. I don't think people saw it coming the way that it came, but we've had some real chances there, even at 1-0. And I think we need to be careful to not make out it's a 1-0 smash and grab. Dominated the ball, dominated chances. But like I say, we probably want to tidy things up to allow us to be even a little bit more comfortable in the game than we were.
If there is going to be a goal like that, I mean, a Route 1 goal, I mean, Willoughby's the ideal player to take it on and score. I mean, he's a classic sniffer in that sort of scenario, isn't he?
He's the best centre forward of his kind in the division for chances in front of goal. Very rare you come away from games, apart from the one he missed in the first minute, but don't tell him I said that. Where if you get him in front of goal, he will score. And it's been brilliant for us for doing that stuff. Harry Tyrer has told me after the game it's an assist and it was a well-worked pass. And
said that to the statistician.
Who am I to argue with? Harry Tyrer, Premier League goalkeeper.
Great 3 wins on the bounce. It really is. You must be buoyed by the way these 3 wins have come.
I'm buoyed by the improvement. So I've talked a lot about long-term what we can do at the football club, on and off the pitch. I think you're seeing that. There's a lot of hard work. I think the groundsman deserves massive credit today for the sheer deluge that came down, and the pitch played unbelievably for 90 minutes. There's a lot of hard work from a lot of people. Our players are no different. They've been outstanding for their work ethic, dedication and real commitment to embarking on something at the football club. But I'm pleased that things that have been targeted in areas for improvement, away form, clean sheets, being at the upper echelons of the league and targets, that we've been able to stick with it. I think the supporters deserve massive credit because they've seen what we've done. Like I say, I don't think it would have been the most enthralling first 60 minutes because of the way the game played out between the boxes, but they stick with us, they get right behind the team, and you can see what we're trying to do. At some point we will have a real sticky spell, the way that it feels like a purple patch at the moment.
Football.
Yeah, absolutely. And you're determined to enjoy the moments that are worth enjoying, but not getting carried away, because when a really good run ends and we drop points, I don't want to come in here and be utterly despondent. So buoyed by improvement of where were we after 5 or 6 games. I knew where we were, I told you why we were there, and told you how we're going to get out of it. We've done that probably for the last 7 or 8 games. We've been able to put a shape out, a system, tactically and personnel, what we wanted to be during pre-season. Look at the strength of our bench today. So, buoyed, delighted for players, delighted for supporters, and already thinking about Banbury on Tuesday.
2 players that took the eye, Coates and Murray, but the one fellow that stood out to me, quite honestly, was Kevin Roberts. I mean, I thought his work rate was unbelievable, and he was sniffing everything in midfield.
Yeah, he's been absolutely outstanding. We see him as a centre midfielder. I made that clear to anyone that spoke to me offline during the summer. That's where even little things like changing his shirt number to get away from that perception of him as a right back.
Yeah.
See him there as a really good addition. Steady with the ball, progressive with the ball, wants to play forwards, but offers real game intelligence. Just think his decision making is excellent, and he's one of a host of outstanding performances that we've had over the last couple of games. Somebody stole the headlines on Tuesday, some will have done last week. The collective was really, really pleasing, but look, I think you've got that one right. I'd probably pick Kevin Roberts as well.
Makes a change. And he's a great holder as well in front of the back four.
Yeah, it's what he does in terms of information that you might not appreciate up here. You can feel it when you're down there, is that he sets those up in front, and we're a very, very young team. I think people are seeing that. Some people scoffed at little bits of our recruitment, that we'd gone in a different model as to where other people had. I don't think enough gets said about our experienced players, that they're playing in a very young team. So I'm glad you've picked Kevin Roberts out, and Kurt Willoughby and Declan Weeks and Alex Kenyon. We've brought Adam Thomas off the bench. Jamie Morgan's played a lot of games in and around this level, hasn't had the minutes we would have liked so far this season. They're so important around the group. We've got a really good blend, but we've won 3 games this week. Don't want to get carried away, because we will have weeks where I don't want to be standing here despondent about the other side of the conversation. But I think you're right to absolutely praise our players for the result today, the performances over the course of the week, and what they're doing out there on the pitch, because they are, look, very, very proud of them.
Long trip Tuesday, Banbury, will they be cross?
You've had some rubbish ones, but that's okay. I tell you what, I'm paying your licence fee for that one. They haven't seen results today, to be fair. I've just sort of focused on us. A team that I watched quite early on. We spent a lot of time trying to watch every team in the division consistently, but wanted to get to grips with the newly promoted sides because they're an unknown. So during the summer, watched a lot of the teams that were in the division, games from last season, played some unbelievable football. I watched their game against Southport early doors. We're going to have to play really well. We're going to have to match the levels that we put together. For us, this is the 3rd block of 6 games. So game 1 to 6, 7 to 12, 13 to 18. Got a decent point return. I want us to go after some of the points that we dropped early doors. Don't want us to settle and accept this has been nice. Long may this run continue. But we'll enjoy it for a little bit. Attention will turn to Banbury. Do the right things on a Sunday. Players once again offering to come in off their own back on a Monday morning when they're not entitled to do so, if you like. Speaks volumes about them. And then we'll get on the bus. We'll get down to Banbury, and we'll do everything we can for more points.
Carl, thanks for talking to us.
Cheers, thank you.